Okay, welcome everybody. So I have Blake on with us today to chat about kind of her experience with refined physical therapy. So go ahead and tell me a little bit about, what brought you to refined physical therapy in the first place.
Yeah, so I was having a lot of hip pain, just constant hip pain, sitting, standing, running, and I was really getting frustrated and wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do. And then I was also struggling with some knee pain when running as well.
Okay. And you had tried some options of like rehab options before this. What did that look like for you?
Yeah, so I tried some chiropractic care, so doing adjustments, and then they had an athletic trainer walk you through some exercises, and I got some relief from that, but it came back. The pain and aches came back basically as soon as I stopped chiropractic care.
Stop doing things. So really like what problems did you have at that point? So you had some improvement, but you're still having some issues. So how did that kind of affect your life, your training? Because I know you're a runner, you do CrossFit, physical, just other like physical performance testing. What was that like for you?
I was really struggling to find motivation to run because my hip would hurt afterwards, my knee would hurt while I was running, and I was just kind of uncomfortable all the time. For work, I travel a lot, so I have to be in the car for long periods of time. And so sitting in the car would bother my hip, and I was just kind of in constant hip pain.
All the
So.
time? Yeah. So kind of as we went through this process, I did end up seeing you for the 12 weeks. We did a combination of the in-person with a lot of the remote rehab. What was something you found kind of unique about this process?
I really liked the remote rehab and the programming. It gave me the flexibility to do it on my own time when I was able to during the day and not having to schedule appointments and take time off of work. I was just able to work it in to my own schedule. And since I was traveling a lot, it made it really easy for me to do it in my hotel room or in the hotel gym and not have to worry about showing up to a whole bunch of appointments every week.
Right. Yeah. So what is life like now that you know that this problem is gone?
It's great. I am able to travel and not have to worry about my hip hurting afterwards. I just started marathon training and I have all the tools and resources that I need to go through this pain free and injury free and use the things that I learned during this rehab process to make sure I don't get hurt again.
Yeah, love that. So, what's something you would tell somebody who might be on the fence about starting this type of process? What's something you could tell them if they're on the fence about taking action to do this?
It's definitely worth being pain free and being able to do the things that you want to do. It's really frustrating when you feel like you're limited because your body hurts and you don't know how to fix it on your own. And I definitely recommend people going ahead and like catching the problem early before you're just suffering all the time, depending on what the issue is. So,
Right, yeah. And really, how long were you dealing with this issue before you came over to me?
too long.
Too long.
Yeah. My knee had been probably 4 months, and I would rest it and not run for a while, and then I would try running again. And as soon as I picked up the volume, my knee would start hurting again. And then my hip was just like chronic pain for probably the last year and a half.
Year
So
and a half. Yeah, that's a pretty long time. So, how would you say your marathon training is now?
it's going really well. I'm able to run and not hurt before, after, during. Um, and then like I said, I have everything that I need, exercise and tool wise to, stretch and move better so that I can go into my running workouts with confidence that I'm not going to be suffering after.
Yeah. And I know you do CrossFit as well. How are those workouts going?
They're going really well. With the knee pain and hip pain, I struggled with squatting and doing jump rope, and box jumps were always really painful afterwards. And now I'm able to do all of those and not worry about being in pain.
So, so great to hear. Um, thanks for joining us today, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.